What's going on, everyone? How y'all doing today? Kaiuchiyo here, coming with some more Road to Master Ball tier Pokemon Shield double battles. Now, I know for a fact that it's been a while since I've actually done these Road to Master Ball tiers playlists and everything, but with that being said, I'm hoping that you guys go ahead and still enjoy this video because of the fact that there are 3 new Pokemon that are going to be introduced to the team to go ahead and actually supplement for the 3 Pokemon that have lost in the regular Road to Master Ball tiers and everything, just because of the fact that, the Pokemon franchises went ahead and banned certain Pokemon from the competitive scene. But with that being said, it's going to go ahead and give us the opportunity to showcase some new Pokemon that actually, I think, that will actually go ahead and help out the 3 Pokemon that didn't get banned to shine a little bit more. So without further ado, if you guys want to go ahead and watch this video, feel free. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Also, don't forget to go ahead and leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload the videos, and share this video with your friends, because if they love Pokemon as much as I do, they'll get a kick out of these videos. And I've also noticed that 95% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel, so if you guys want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, feel free, because it's totally free to you guys and it helps out the channel a lot. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so like I said, let's get into today's video. So as you can see right here, we have ourselves our little shiny Musharna here. And it's been a grind to go ahead and get this shiny Musharna, but I finally got it. And as you can see, we got ourselves our shiny Duraludon. We also have Salazzle, Grimmsnarl, some old faces and some new faces. As you can see, we have ourselves our little Araquanid here, looking fancy and everything. But as you can see, it isn't shiny and everything. And then also within the back, we have Appletun. And I've actually used Appletun like a couple of times before. You guys have probably remembered that I've used Appletun in my singles battles. So with that being said and everything, with these new additions to the team, we are going to be going ahead and actually starting up this team with some new outstanding outputs for Pokemon Shield. Okay, so I was having a little bit of trouble with my controller, so, but that's besides the point. As you can see, we got ourselves our shiny Mana here, our Musharna, actually, excuse me. But our shiny Musharna is actually going to be rocking with the held item Leftovers, and it is actually a very good idea for our situation to go ahead and have it hold Leftovers, because we want to make sure that our Musharna actually stays inside the battle a lot longer. And the reason being is because of the fact that because you guys are probably wondering, like, hi, Musharna is actually a very slow Pokemon. Well, that is true, but our team is actually going to consist of using half Trick Room and half Speed to go ahead and actually diverse ourselves into trying to use Trick Room and to our advantage. So as you can see, it is going to have the ability Forewarn, which allows Musharna to actually tell what powerful move that the Pokemon has, so that way we can go ahead and get a little bit of calculation on how powerful this Pokemon might be. So with that being said, it should be a pretty good Pokemon to go ahead and withstand certain attacks and everything that is going to be thrown at us. So as you can see, Musharna is actually fully EV trained in its special attack. It has defense, special defense, and also HP. None in its speed or attack, because of the fact that Musharna is not known as like a physical attacker or a very speedy Pokemon either. So it should be able to go ahead and actually withstand some attacks and actually dish them out. For the moveset, we actually have Moonlight, Trick Room, Calm Mind, and Store Power. Now, Store Power is actually a very, very powerful move, just depending on how you use it. And with the ability of Calm Mind at our disposal, it will go ahead and allow Musharna to actually withstand special attack moves a lot more, and then dish them out with Stored Power. because Stored Power is actually a move that actually gets greater power every time that a stat gets raised. At first, I was thinking about using Curse Body as well, but I honestly thought that Curse Body wasn't really going to really do that much. With Calm Mind, it really actually helps us to like raise up our special attack and special defense. But Musharna is really going to be basically versatile with only Trick Room. If we need to go ahead and use Calm Mind Store Power, then we can go ahead and do that with the help of Moonlight as well. Because Moonlight actually gives us HP, and depending on the weather, it'll go ahead and give us a little bit more HP depending on what the weather is. So that's actually going to help us out. And it is a relaxed natured Musharna, which actually boosts up its defense and actually lowers its speed. So it's actually going to be a very useful Pokemon. The next Pokemon that we have is none other than Araquanid. Now, honestly, I can say at this point, I did not expect me to ever use Araquanid at all. Personally, because I don't really like Bug-type Pokemon and everything. I mean, just because of the fact that, I don't like Bug-type Pokemon, that doesn't mean that anybody else is going to have the same type of, ideals as I do, because there are people out there that really do love bug types. And to be honest with you, I really like Araquanid just because of the fact that it's very strong, and with with the specific held items and the movesets that it has, it's very versatile in its spread and everything. So as you can see, it is going to be holding the Wave Instance, which actually boosts up water type moves when it's in battle, which is actually very good, depending on how you give out your Araquanid's EV spreads and stuff like that. I'm gonna be saying EV spreads a lot, and I'm also actually going to be saying depending on the Pokemon as well too. So as you can see, it is going to have its regular ability, Water Bubble, which actually lowers the fire type Pokemon's moves if it gets hurt. And it doesn't get burned in battle, which is actually a very good ideal situation for this Araquanid, because Araquanid is actually a very powerful Pokemon, and it does do well in and out of Trick Room as well. So you're going to be technically seeing Araquanid a lot, being played out in Trick Room and out of Trick Room. So, we're going to be using Araquanid a lot. And also, its moveset is actually very good as well too. So as you can see, Araquanid is going to be rocking with Soak, Wide Guard, Lunge, and Liquidation. Now, Wide Guard is basically a move that actually does, it protects for spread moves and stuff like that, depending on, what are the Pokemon that does do spread moves and stuff. So, even though Araquanid is actually very weak to Rock-type moves, with the Wide Guard, it actually protects it for just one turn, as it says. And it is going to have Soak, Lunge, and Liquidation. Everyone knows what Lunge does and Liquidation does, but everyone does not know what Soak does. And I will go ahead and explain what Soak does right now. Basically, the user, if I go ahead and I pull off Soak, it actually changes a Pokemon's typing to Water. Now, you're probably wondering, why in the world am I going to run with Soak when I can go ahead and run with so many other different moveset, so many different moves for Araquanid? You'll see eventually the reason why I ran with Soak instead of using a different move instead. And it is going to be a relaxed natured Araquanid, so then that way we can actually bulk up our defenses just a little bit more, so then that way it can be on par with its special defense. Of course, everyone knows our Salazzle, and Salazzle is actually going to be used with speed because of the Choice Scarf that it has. And everyone knows what its spread is and everything, and knows what the moveset is. And it is Timid Nature. And we're actually going to go ahead and remove that as well. And as you can see, we're actually going to be using our Appletun here. Now, Appletun is going to be holding the Assault Vest, which actually raises up the special defense and prevents it from using status moves at all. It doesn't matter what type of status moves that you use, Appletun won't be able to use it because of the Assault Vest. because I want to go ahead and make sure that Appleton's special defense is actually raised or risen in the double battles, so then that way Appleton can actually withstand attacks a little bit more. So as you can see, it is going to be having its hidden ability, which is Thick Fat. Now, Thick Fat actually makes sure that it gets an extra layer, so then that way Fire-type moves and Ice-type moves will be halved. But since Appleton is actually 4 times weak to Ice-type moves, it's a little bit more on the, it's a little more on the frail side of things. But the thing is that what I am going to be doing, you guys will see in the battles yet to come. So then that way you guys can be able to be like, oh, so he actually did this. And, the ideas that I have for Appleton is really going to be awesome, just to showcase. So as you can see, it is going to be rocking with Gyro Ball, Rollout, Energy Ball, and High Horsepower. So then that way we can actually go ahead and use some physical attack moves in there, and then we can also use Energy Ball, which is a special attack move. But also, Appleton will be going ahead and Gigantamax, and I did forget to go ahead and do that. So I will be going ahead and going to the Isle of Armor and giving him a max soup, so then that way he can be able to Gigantamax before we get into the matches. As you can see, everyone knows about Grimmsnarl, and Grimmsnarl is going to be rocking with the Light Clay and everything. Everyone knows what its spread is. And also, before I actually continue, Appleton's actual spread move is a little bit in its special attack, all the way up in its attack power, defense, and special defense. Then in its speed, and a little bit of its HP as well, too. So then that way it can actually have a little bit more hit points and withstand a little bit of attacks as well. So, and the last Pokemon is going to be our Duraludon here. Now, Duraludon is actually a very powerful Pokemon, and I did spread it in its speed, special defense, and its special attack, and I think a little bit in its defense as well too. But I mean, Duraludon is actually a very powerful Pokemon, in and out. Like it's just ridiculously strong. And so, with that being said, let me go ahead and cut the video right here, and I'll see you guys in the Wi-Fi battles. Alright, you guys. So, like I said, we are going to be back into the ranked battles, and as you can see, I have the team as Shiny Trick. So he actually has a very speedy team with Gengar, Charizard, Lucario, Clefable, Toxicity, and Lapras. So this team is actually very diverse, and honestly, what I can say at this point is that our Trick Room mode is going to dominate over him completely. So what we're going to be doing right now is actually going ahead and kicking things off with Musharna and Grimmsnarl, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Appleton and Araquanid. So, like I said, Soak is an ability to where you can go ahead and transform a water type into a, you can transform any Pokemon that you have or another Pokemon that's on the opposing team into a water type. So then that way it can only be weak to grass and electric types. And Appleton has multiple weaknesses. Now, Appleton will definitely work with water, with the Soak ability. So that way it can be, a water type. So Clefable has Focus Blast. Okay, so that's good to know. So what we're going to be doing right now is actually setting up Trick Room right off the bat, and we're going to go ahead and fake out the Charizard. So then that way... Okay, so he's actually going to Gigantamax his Charizard right off the bat. Okay, so it's been a while since I've actually done some Wi-Fi battles and everything, so you're going to have to go ahead and bear with me. So he could have followed me with the Clefable. Okay, so I get a little bit chip damage. So he goes for Follow Me. Okay. So he does do Follow Me. And he's going to go for G-Max Wildfire onto Grimmsnarl. Or Grimmsnarl's going to live. And I'm pretty sure that's Special Attack. So Musharna's going to go for the Trick Room. So then that way we can actually... we can go ahead and be a lot faster. So now at this point what we're going to be doing is we are going to go ahead and actually switch out. Yeah, we're going to switch out Musharna here. And we're going to go ahead and go for the Light Screen. So then that way we can make sure that Musharna can be able to go ahead and use Trick Room again later on if we need it to. So here comes another Follow Me. I already had a feeling that was going to happen. And Grimmsnarl is going to go for the Light Screen. So we have Trick Room in our disposal. So as I said before, with Trick Room, we can go ahead and... so yeah, it is a special attack. So Appletun is going to eat that up, no problem. But that G-Max Wildfire is really going to go ahead and hinder a lot. So I think at this point what we're going to be doing is that we're going to go for the G-Max Max Rockfall. No, honestly, I think what we're going to do is that we're going to go for the Max Steel Spike into the Clefable. And then we're just going to let our Grimmsnarl go down here. Because once our Grimmsnarl goes down, then we're going to go ahead and transition into Araquanid. Because Araquanid is actually going to go ahead and use Soak. And the reason why I am going to be using Soak is because we're going to go ahead and use Soak on our Appletun here. So here comes another Follow Me. And we're going to set up the Reflect for ourselves so then that way we can have a boost in our defenses and boost in our defense and special defense. And we're going to go for the Max Steel Spike. And I think the Clefable just lived on... Okay, so it had a Focus Sash. Okay. So that's good to know. And here comes a Max Airstream. Appletun's going to eat that. Appletun's going to eat that. And so he's done with all of his turns of Dynamax. Or Gigantamax in this point. So Grimmsnarl goes down. It does its job in Trick Room. And we're going to bring out Araquanid. And what I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for the Max Quake. And we're going to go for Soak onto Appletun. So this is where the play comes in. So here comes the Follow Me from the Clefable. That's fine. And here comes the Max Quake. We're going to get a special defense boost. So then that way, Appletun can be a little bit more powerful in both of its defenses. And Araquanid gets a boost in its special defense as well. And here comes Soak. Now Appletun's become a water type. And it doesn't do nothing. I knew that was going to work. And Appletun is still looking strong. And he's going to send out Lapras. Okay, so Lapras... So Lapras might be a little bit more of a problem. But we're going to go for the G-Max Sweetness. And we're going to go for the Liquidation onto the Charizard. Because we do have the Wave Instance, and we do have one more turn of Trick Room. So here comes G-Max Sweetness onto the Lapras. It does some good damage. Here comes the Liquidation onto the Charizard. Straight up bop that Charizard. Let's go. Here comes Freeze Dry onto Araquanid. Araquanid's gonna eat that. Okay, so right now, as of this point, Trick Room has ended. And Appletun is going to be, I think it's going to run out of G-Max turns just right now. Yeah, it ran out of G-Max turns. Okay. So, one Pokemon is definitely going to go down here as of right now. So we're going to go for another Energy Ball. And we're going to go for a Liquidation. Here comes Shadow Ball onto Araquanid. Araquanid's going to eat it, and it's Life Orb. Okay. Here comes a T-Bolt onto Araquanid. Araquanid eats it! Oh my gosh! Araquanid, you beast! Gengar goes down. And Energy Ball is going to go ahead and hit and seal the deal on the Lapras. Oh my god, Lapras lived. Okay, so honestly at this point, what I'm going to do is actually hit another Energy Ball, and I'm going to switch out Araquanid, and I'm going to go into Mashana, because I want to make sure that Araquanid actually stays alive here. And if the Lapras goes for either a Thunderbolt or a Freeze Dry, it's not going to do that much to Shauna here. And it has Hydro Pump as a move. So here comes a Freeze Dry. I knew it. That was a good switch on my part. And Mashana gets frozen, so it's another good idea to go ahead and switch out. Super effective. Let's go. And that was a crit. I don't think the crit was going to matter there. But that's our first win back into competitive. Oh my god. Alright, we found ourselves another match, and we're going up against Aelin. So he's got himself a Alolan Sandslash, Rotom Mow, and Teleon. Talonflame, Liepard, and Alolan Ninetales. So our Trick Room mode is actually very good in this situation, because honestly what I can say is that there's not really much that he can do. So I think what we're going to be doing is, like before, we're going to go with Mashana, and we're going to go with Grimmsnarl, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Appletun and Araquanid. He's already locked into his team, and I'm already locked into mine. So, honestly, what I can say at this point is that our Trick Room team is actually looking very, very solid. So he's going to kick things off with Liepard and Inteleon. Or she. Okay, so we're going to kick things off with Mashana and Grimmsnarl. And the Forewarm is going to kick up. And Inteleon's got Blizzard. Okay, so that's a good thing to know. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go with Trick Room here. And I think we're going to fake out the Liepard. Because I'm pretty sure the Inteleon is probably going to G-Max here. Okay, so yeah, I knew it. So Inteleon's going to go ahead and G-Max. It's probably going to go for it's probably going to go for either Max Hailstorm, or it's actually going to Dynamax. Okay, so it's probably going to go for Max Geyser or something. Max Hailstorm, Max Geyser, or Max Airstream, or something like that. Here comes the Fake Out. Liepard got flinched. It's gonna go for Max Darkness. Ooh. Mashana lives on 19. Oh my gosh. But we do get the Trick Room up. Okay, we do get the Trick Room up. Okay, so it's actually Life Orb. So we did take a lot more damage than normal. So it's actually, Inteleon is actually a special attack user. Okay, so I think as of this point, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to go ahead and go into Araquanid. And no, actually, yeah, I think our best move is to go into Araquanid here. And we're going to go for the Light Screen. Because we're going to go ahead and actually G-Max or Dynamax our Araquanid in this situation. Because that way we can actually go ahead and make sure that Inteleon's special attack is actually lowered. So we can go ahead and use some Max Flutterbys. So here comes the Light Screen. We're going to set up our special defenses up a little bit higher. And here comes a Foul Play into Araquanid, and that's a crit. Oh my god. Here comes the Max Geyser into Grimmsnarl. Oh my god, Grimmsnarl is a beast. So we're going to go for the Max Flutterby into Liepard, and then we're going to go ahead and set up the Reflect for ourselves, because that damage output with the Foul Play was just ridiculous, man. It still has one more turn of Dynamax. I already know the fact that our Grimmsnarl is going to go down here. So what we're going to be doing is probably going to go ahead and set up the Reflect. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and go into, probably into Mashana and set up a Moonlight for ourselves. So then that way we can get a little bit of HP back. But we're going to go for the Max Flutterby into the Liepard. And now Inteleon's special attack is lowered. And now Inteleon is not going to do that much damage. It's going to go for the Max Airstream into Araquanid. Yeah, so we're actually sitting pretty right now. Okay, so he didn't go after Grimmsnarl. So he's going to bring out Ninetales and set up the Hail? Yeah, it's going to set up the Hail. Okay, so we're going to have to go ahead and go... We're going to have to go into... We're going to have to go for the Max Geyser into the Ninetales. How many turns of Trick Room do I have left? 2 turns? Okay, so what we're going to do is that we're going to go for the Max Geyser into the Ninetales, and we're going to switch out Grimmsnarl into Mashana. So then that way, just in case, hopefully Mashana can live. It's got Blizzard. Okay. So here comes the Max Geyser. We blow back the Ninetales. Let's go. And I'm pretty sure it was going to be a Blizzard spam right there. Yeah. Araquanid. They both avoided the attack. Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Araquanid is sitting pretty right now, man. Araquanid is such a beast. Okay, here comes Sandslash. Okay, we're gonna go for another Max Flutterby. And we're gonna go into Inteleon. And we're gonna go for a Moonlight. Here comes a Moonlight. Get a little bit of HP back. Here comes a Max Flutterby. Into Inteleon. Okay, so Inteleon didn't go down. That's fine. I'm pretty sure Sandslash is going to go for a triple axle here. Here goes a Poison Jab. That's not going to do that much. Okay. So here comes Dark Pulse. Rashana's going to eat that. Okay. So we get a little bit of leftovers. Dimensions go back to normal. Okay. So, as of this point, we don't have Trick Room up. Araquanid and Musharna are sitting pretty low. And they're still... Okay. Honestly, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for the lunge onto Inteleon. And then I'm going to switch out. I'm going to switch out into Grimmsnarl. Just in case if they decide to go ahead and actually go... Just in case if the Inteleon decides to go into Rashana with a Dark Pulse. Yeah, here comes a Dark Pulse. I knew it. Doesn't do that much damage. Inteleon goes down to its own Life Orb. That was a smart play on my part. Oh my gosh. Here comes an Iron Head. That's super effective on Grimmsnarl. Hey, that doesn't really matter to me. So the lunge is actually going to go into Sandslash. And we get an attack drop off of it. Alright. So we're going to go back into Musharna here. Because honestly, as of this point, what we're going to be doing now is actually setting up Trick Room for ourselves. Again, just in case if, So, Earthquake. Okay, so he has Earthquake as a reveal. So, we're going to go for another lunge here, so that way we can actually lower its attack again. And we're going to go for another Trick Room. So, here comes Earthquake. Is Musharna going to live? Oh, yeah. We're definitely going to live that. Here comes another lunge. We get another attack drop. Alright. And how many turns of rain do I have left? I have one more turn. Okay. So we're going to go for a liquidation onto the Sandslash. And we're going to switch out into Appletun. Just in case if the, So they quit the match because they couldn't do anything. Oh my god, let's go. Alrighty guys, as you can see, we have made it up to Pokeball tier number 4. And we're going up against another trainer, and his name is Alberto. So he has a team of Darmanitan, Dracovish, Goodra, Hitmonchan, Grimmsnarl, and Obstagoon. Okay, so this team is a little bit trickier on this side. So honestly, what I can see myself doing as of this is probably setting up Trick Room. But the Grimmsnarl is going to be a little bit more of a harder thing to deal with. But honestly, if I can go ahead and actually break down his team a little bit more, then Appletun really does have a chance against this team. So as of before, what I'm going to be doing is going ahead and going with Grimmsnarl, Musharna, and then I'm going to bring Appletun and Araquanid in the back. Because this team is really good. Alberto's team is actually very good. He has 2 dragon types that are very, very powerful. He's got himself an Obstagoon that is actually a dark type that I can't use Prankster on with Fake Out. But let's see what he's going to go ahead and do. Let's see what his 2 Pokemon he's going to bring out are. So he's going to bring out Grimmsnarl and Darmanitan. Okay. So honestly, as of this point, I know for a fact that Darmanitan is definitely going to be a prime Dynamax candidate. Darmanitan's got superpowers, so it's going to go for a Max Knuckle. So it is probably a choice. It's either a Choice Scarf or Choice Banded Darmanitan. So I can't go for Fake Out here, so I'm definitely going to have to go for Reflect and Trick Room. He goes for Icicle Crash? On a Grimmsnarl. Oh my god, Grimmsnarl, you lived. Okay, so I'm going to go for Trick Room here. He's really messing me up at this point. So I have to go for a Reflect, and I'm gonna go for a Calm Mind here. Because I know for a fact that Grimmsnarl is probably gonna go down here. Here comes Sucker Punch, but it failed. It was probably gonna go into my Murshana, if I had to make a guess. Here comes another Icicle Crash. Yeah, into Grimmsnarl. I knew that was going to happen. So Grimmsnarl goes down. That's fine. That's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Appletun here. Because Appletun can definitely use its G-Max here as at this point. Probably. And I could go for... let me see. I can go for Gyro Ball either into Darmanitan, or I can go into Grimmsnarl. But honestly, what I think would be the best situation is for me to actually just Dynamax and the Max Steel Spike into the Darmanitan. And I'm going to go for another Calm Mind here, because that way I can actually use Stored Power later on, if need be. So the Grimmsnarl's got Sucker Punch. So that's something to note. So Appletun is definitely going to go ahead and actually put in the work right now. So here comes another Calm Mind. So that's a +2 in Special Defense and Special Attack. Here comes a Max Steel Spike into the Darmanitan. Did it have a Focus Sash? It had a Focus Sash? I thought it had... Oh my gosh, so then that means that he's probably gonna one-shot my Appletun. Oh man, he's got Spirit Break. Icicle Crash. Okay, so Appletun's gonna live. Okay. And I cannot believe that he had that. Honestly, I think what I'm going to do right now is I need to switch. I need to switch Murshana out. And I have to switch Appletun into a Water type. Because if I don't, Appletun is going to go down and then I won't have my turns of Dynamax. So I'm going to go for another Max Steel Spike, though. So that way I can have a +2 in defense. And Araquanid is going to get a boost in its defense as well, too. To help with the Max Steel Spike. So Darmanitan goes down. Here comes another Spirit Break. Okay. So Appletun is going to go ahead and actually... His special attack is going to get lowered. Okay, so that's what Spirit Break does. Oh, man. So I'm going to have to use his physical attack moves to a T. Hitmonchan. Okay. So here comes Hitmonchan. That's fine. I'm gonna go for another max steel spike, and I'm gonna go for soak. No! Oh my god, I misclicked! I misclicked! No! Oh my gosh. Why did I soak Hitmonchan? That was a misclick. I was supposed to soak Appleton. Oh my god, no. It had the Babiri Berry? My god, it tanked that. Man. God. I used Soak on the wrong Mon. Change it into a water type. Here comes under the Spirit Break. Oh my god, I can't believe I misclicked that. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and Liquidation the Grimmsnarl. A Throat Chop. Spirit Break. My Appleton's down. And Grimmsnarl goes down. But Hitmonchan is a water type now. So here comes Goodra. Oh man, it could have hydration. Draco Meteor. Ooh. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up another Trick Room here. And I'm gonna lunge the Hitmonchan. Gonna Dynamax the Goodra? It really Dynamaxed the Goodra. Okay, so it might just go for Max Rimwind. Yeah, it went for Max Rimwind. Onto who, though? Mashana? Okay, Mashana's gonna eat that. But I get an attack drop. Hitmonchan's gonna go for Throat Chop. Oh my god, please live. Okay, Mashana lived. Oh my god, they are really going after my Trick Room. My Trick Room Pokemon. Yeah, that misclick really messed me up. Oh my god. I think what I'm gonna have to do is just go ahead and stall out with Moonlight. And I'm gonna have to go ahead and lunge the Hitmonchan as much as I can. I gotta lower that attack power as much as I can, so then that way Mashana can live. Here comes an Ice Punch. Hopefully I don't get a... Hopefully they don't get a freeze. Here comes the Max Rimwind. Man. That misclick really messed me up. I don't think I can pull back. I don't think I can pull back. I gotta go for a stored power. And I'm gonna go for a lunge onto the Hitmonchan. Yeah, that doesn't do that much. Here comes another lunge. Mashana's still hanging in there. But here comes a Max Wormwind. Mashana's down. Yeah, that misclick from me was just bad. And the Reflect wore off. Maybe I can Liquidation. Probably get like a high roll. Nah. Here comes an Ice Punch. Araquanid is just tanking these hits. Here comes a T-Bolt. And no longer, he's no longer tanking hits. How many turns? I only have one more turn of Trick Room. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and run from this battle. GG's to my opponent, man. I ended up misclicking in that battle. If I didn't misclick there, then I would have definitely won. Alright, this will be our last match of the day, and we're going up against Seth. Now, he's gonna have a team of Urshifu. Don't know which type Urshifu that is until we see it. Then he's gonna have Arctovish, Dracozolt, Chandelure, Lapras, and Meowstic. Okay, so honestly, this team is very speedy a little bit, but not too speedy, if you ask me. So honestly, what I can do here is, they're probably thinking that I'm probably going to use Trick Room here. But honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring out my other team that I have. Because they're probably thinking Trick Room. So here comes Dracozolt and Lapras. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring out Grimmsnarl and Araquanid. And I think what I'm going to do is fake out the Lapras. And I'm going to go ahead and actually switch my Araquanid. And I'm going to go with the Duraludon. Did he just... I think he just G-Maxed. He G-Maxed the Lapras. So he's gonna go for a G-Max Residence. Probably. Or a Max Geyser. I fake out the wrong Pokemon. He's got Iron Tail? Yeah, here comes the G-Max Residence. Onto Duraludon. Okay. I'm gonna go for a Reflect. And I'm gonna go for a G-Max Depletion onto Dracozolt. Hoping my Duraludon actually, Okay, so I get the Reflect up at least. Hopefully Grimmsnarl can live, or at least the Dracozolt goes down here. Did he have a Focus Sash, or did he just live on one? He had a Focus Sash. What is up with everyone that I'm going up against having a Focus Sash, man? God, man, there goes Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl's down. Man, I need a Grimmsnarl to use the light screen, man. Here comes the Max Geyser. Okay. Alright. So, I'm gonna go ahead and bring out, Araquanid here. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for the Liquidation onto... No. I think what I'll do is I'll go for... I think I'll go for the Lunge onto the Lapras slot. And I'll go for the Max Steel Spike into the Dracozolt. Because I know for a fact that Araquanid is slower, and I'm pretty sure Dracozolt is his only he only has Electric-type moves on Dracozolt, but I'm not really sure. He could have a Max Lightning on his Lapras. So here comes another Max Geyser into Duraludon. Duraludon is gonna live. Duraludon is just taking those hits. Here comes a Lunge. That's going to lower the attack power of this Lapras. But that's the Lapras' last turn of his G-Max. So here comes Single Strike, Urshifu. I'm going to go for the Lunge on the Urshifu. And I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for the Max Steel Spike onto the Urshifu slot. Stone Edge? Araquanid ate that. Here comes a Max Steel Spike onto the Urshifu. Urshifu is gonna tank that a little bit, but we're gonna get a boost in our defenses. Here comes an Ice Beam. Oh my god, Duraludon goes down. Here comes a Lunge. I'm gonna lower that attack power. So we're going to go for the Liquidation. And we're just going to go for the Venoshock onto the Lapras. He withdraws the Urshifu. And he goes into Chandelure. So it's a good thing that I did do Liquidation there. Here comes the Venoshock onto the Lapras. I know that's not going to do that much. Perish Song. Are you serious? He perish-songed. He perish-songed. That is ridiculous. Why would... He's trying to go ahead and wait out the timer for the perish song to work. Okay, the Urshifu goes down. So now it's a 2v1 situation. Here comes a Hydro Pump onto Salazzle. Oh man. Now it's a 1v1. Okay, Lunge does a lot of damage. The rain stopped, so I can't do... So it's 2 more turns. Maybe I can still win this if I get a high roll Lunge. I have to believe in Araquanid's power. He's gonna go for Ice Beam. He's gonna try to freeze my Araquanid. Here comes a Lunge. Okay. Okay. There's one more turn. One more turn. A Hydro Pump? It's not going to be very effective. Come on. Lunge, do enough. Yes! Does Perish Song still work, though? Yes! Oh, let's go! Woo! Oh my god. So yeah, that is going to be our team that we are going to be using to take all the way up into the Master Ball tier for Pokemon Shield and the double battles as well too. Now the reason why I want to go ahead and talk a little bit more about this team is because there are a couple of key factors that I really want to go ahead and do before I still continue with this team. Now, the 2 main things that I really want to go ahead and take care of is actually getting 2 shinies, basically. And the 2 shinies are shiny Applin into Appleton, and then also shiny Dewpider into Araquanid. And that's going to be the team that I'm going to be using to go ahead and actually get myself up into the Master Ball tier and everything, so then that way we can actually go ahead and make this team actually very cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload the videos, and share this video with your friends, because if they love Pokemon as much as I do, they'll get a kick out of these videos. Also, if you guys are... I also know for a fact that 95% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. If you guys really do love the content that I do create on the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because it's totally free to you guys and there's no charge. Also, I want to go ahead and show you guys the shiny Mana that I got, because I did evolve it into Musharna, and it actually did very well in today's battles. So let's go ahead and see that, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.